Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. It's Kaghoe coming at you with another video. So today we're going to be talking about the future of Season of Discovery and what you guys would like to see here in SoD. Now there are pretty much three possible outcomes that I have thought of, being whether or not we're going to era type servers, whether we're progressing into TBC, or if we will get a truly authentic Classic Plus with real original content. But before we get into the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Everything you guys do helps my channel grow, helps me get discovered, and helps me help as many people as possible, which is the entire point of my channel. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the biggest one, and probably most likely, is that they're going to just send us on our way and keep us in an era type environment. Obviously it wouldn't be the exact era servers, but just sort of after Nax progresses, we're just going to be sort of left here to do Nax as much as we want, or do the other raids and stuff like that with no real anything, and it just kind of sits there. That's probably the most likely outcome, because it is one, the easiest outcome, and two, if they can't end it and put us on the era servers like they did with Season of Mastery, that's pretty much what would be left, is just, you know, continuing to exist. And while that kind of feels bad and sucks, and I don't really know how great it is going to be and the outcome of that, it could, you know, we could have a few other options, but, you know, just sort of existing and letting SoD stay there and have people be able to enjoy the game. I think that is still an awesome thing, especially with, you know, the runes and the abilities and all the things that they have changed. Maybe even throw in a hardcore mode for SoD, something like that, spice it up a little, even though I think that'd be really, really easy given all the new stuff. But anyway, that's sort of the first option. Now option 2 would be progressing the server into the Burning Crusade. Now, I would love this option personally, because I love Burning Crusade. I think it is my favorite iteration of Classic. I know a lot of people are saying it's for the elitists, the sweaties, the people who have a lot of time. Well, I am one of those people with a lot of time, so I have time to, you know, do all the reputations, do all the specializations. I feel like TBC really does a phenomenal job of, like, ironing out all the kinks that we see in Classic that might be a little unfun to do, and I think it really makes, like, a lot of the specs feel really good. Buffs are raid wide. They do a lot of sort of stuff to that nature, like quality of life, and really fulfilled raiding experience, and sort of going in there, fighting sunken or Serpent Shrine, Cavern, and Tipis Keep on the original unnerfed version was some of the best, most enjoyable raiding I had in Classic. So it was just really fun for me and those experiences I had. Now, putting that into SoD and having all of our new runes and all of our new sort of SoD mechanics, and maybe throwing in a few, like, tweaking the dungeons to be like a level upgrade, something like that. I don't really know how that would work too much going into TBC and what we would get and stuff like that, but I think it would be really, really fun. But it could just be me liking TBC that much, but, you know, we'll have to see about that and what we, you know, what the future holds with it all. I would, you know, obviously I love TBC, so I would love to see that. I think it is such a great version of the game, and, you know, if you go into TBC, you can add new content as well. Which would be very interesting, you know, if we get something like incursions in TBC. Obviously, I don't want the incursion system. I think it's kind of destroyed SoD and Phase 3 as it stands, and what it did when it first came out. But, you know, that's a whole nother story. I just meant something new and original added to TBC. Then the final option would be a truly original sort of Classic Plus, where we go into new content, new raids, stuff like that. In a previous video I talked about possible Phase 4, like, new content, new raids, options that, like, they could add, because the storylines are there, the locations are there, the mobs are there. They're just not instances or raids or actual bosses. And I think there are so many choices you have in Classic. Some of them obviously expanded on in Cataclysm. A lot of them were expanded on in Cataclysm. So I wouldn't necessarily want to see straight carbon copies of the Kata material other than the zones. Like, the zones can look how they look in Kata. I don't think people would care that much because we have them added. But just building on that, you know, how cool would it be? You're in your Nax gear, but instead of going into TBC in the Dark Portal opening, you get a completely different experience. You get, though, the Scarlet Crusade has rallied, and you have the Scarlet Citadel raid that everyone goes in there, and it's at Nax level of difficulty. That would just be so freaking cool. You can take the Corrupted Ashbringer from Naxxramas, and there's a quest line there to cleanse it, so you can have a legendary two-way sword of the Ashbringer. There's just so many cool storylines that would just fit so beautifully in Classic. And yes, obviously this is a lot of hopium. It's just how badly I want the game I love to be expanded on in a new and exciting way. I understand that that's a big hopium take right there, but maybe one day we'll finally get that Classic Plus. And I think what creators and you guys as viewers, what you can do is, you know, just watch it, talk about it, hype it up, put it out there, talk about that idea. If they hear you want Classic Plus, they might actually do it with enough community stuff. Just like how we got World of Warcraft Classic in the beginning. We literally got it in all these iterations that have spawned since 2019 because of player community, because of people reaching out there, because of just the Nestarius server getting shut down and everything with that. It's incredible, and it is such a good example that you guys should see right in front of your faces to be able to get that next level of content. But, you know, that's just an idea. I obviously want that one the most because it would just be incredible if done properly and done right, which, you know, maybe they could do it. The private servers have done it. You know, Turtle WoW is like the most current example of this. If you've ever seen anything on that or even played on it yourself, you can see sort of like their take on Classic Plus. They've added, I think, like Dragon Isles, Karazhan Crypts, and a few other things like that, which can be really, really cool to see it added into the game right now. So anyway, that's sort of my thoughts and opinions on what the future of SoD brings. I would love to hear what you guys have to think about it all, what you would want to see, whether you want the Era type server, the TBC type server, or a true original Classic Plus with new content added to it. Those are just the three that came to my mind. Or if you have, you know, your own fourth option, definitely comment that. I would love to read about that and like a possible one that you've thought of and could do that. And then finally, guys, thank you so much for tuning into the Warcraft 3 stream yesterday. That was really awesome. I will be streaming it again today from 2 to 6 p.m. Eastern time. We did the whole Arthas storyline, and I think we have the Arthas Undead storyline next, so that'll be a fun playthrough as well. So just another quick reminder. But anyway, guys, that's it for the video. I truly hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, I'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. It truly means a lot to me. If you happen to find anyone that you know would also benefit from watching this video, please share it with them. It helps me out a ton and allows me to keep doing what I love every single day, and that is gaming and sort of helping people any way that I can. So finally, thank you so much, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Goodbye.